Exclusively on StreamBlast, we're talking about one of the best streaming movies of the year so far, and it's right on Netflix. After that, Mark's going to tell us his thoughts on Captain Laserhawk. This is a land of streaming. This is StreamBlast. I am your host, or one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. Find me right here on StreamBlast, or find me on Bryan the Baltimorean on Instagram, of course. I'm joined with my co-host,
K9 Biscuits.
Aha. Find him on YouTube, of course. Find him, of course, k9biscuits.com, all one word. All right,
Biscuits is spelled K9 B-I-S-K-U-T-S.
K9.
Biscuits is spelled incorrectly on purpose.
K9 Biscuits. All right, so...
Bupskits.
Oh,
Buppies.
Of course, StreamBlast is one of many things in our ScreenBlast society. Sorry, guys. First off, I want to recommend to you the latest episode of Mark and Bryan, I Have a Cow. Mark, tell them about it.
On that episode, we talk about the self-driving cars and how they're ruining San Francisco. We talk about those creepy wax museum figures in the wax museum and how it'd be funny to freaking destroy all those in the apocalypse. And then we talk about old commercials and some memes. One of them being Garfield Honey Nut Cheerios commercial.
Okay, all right.
Speaking of Garfield, damn, he just delete.
Jesus Christ.
That was funny. I got a countdown on camera. He's excited. He's excited that cat is having a cow.
All right, minimize that. Back it up. Sorry. And then the last part you were saying about Cowcast there.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, Mark and Bryan Have a Cow is one of many things alongside StreamBlast, which you are joining us with. Blasting Turbo Reports is our video game-centric podcast. We'll have more from there, but we have episodes on Sonic Superstars, on Forza Motorsport, on a wide variety of things. Of course, on Cartoon Chat, we talk about animation. We dropped one on Tangled this month. We'll have a holiday special coming up very soon for you. And of course, we've got the ScreenBlast podcast, our premiere podcast, where we focus on the theatrical releases that come out. We'll have a special for that as well, or a holiday-themed movie for that. You can check out pretty soon.
I say our weakest podcast on that list is the StreamBlast podcast. You don't have to watch any episode of that one.
Don't be here, guys. Why are you here? Why are you even here? Yeah, anything else that you want to talk about in terms of the streaming realm? We have, obviously we're going to get into
porn!
A couple things, but, all day, every day. But, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I've been doing a lot of YouTube. I haven't spent a lot of time. Obviously, I'm catching up on...
Does that count?
I'm catching up. It does. In fact,
YouTube is my life.
Yeah.
Once Let's Plays started existing, YouTube was my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't count it as the entertainment we talk about here. I just watch commentaries, Let's Plays, drama channels, freaking video essays on people shitting on other people because it's funny. It's just.
I was thinking eventually we will do a YouTuber of the week recommendation or something. Because again, it is.
Can it be us every week?
It could be us. Please watch us. Please, we're desperate. But no, I will say, YouTube has been my place of enjoyment. I have been keeping up on, I've watched all of Invincible, of course, up to this point. But we'll talk about that. We might do that tomorrow. We might do that next week when Martin joins us. But that's one that's obviously as good as its original season. I'm glad about that, and again, we'll talk about that more, but it's been a good watch, and surprising shit happening all around in that series. Anyway, Mark, what about anything? I know you said you keep up on YouTube with a lot of stuff. Anything that you're streaming rather briefly you want to talk about? I'm obviously going to be talking about Laserhawk later. Do you want to save it for then?
Yeah, I guess... we're going to talk about I got Carlos and stuff tomorrow, too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, yeah, never mind. More...
That's an all-you episode, by the way. Unless I catch up on a couple episodes.
tonight. I still watch, I'm still going through Tiny Toons Looniversity.
Ooh, okay.
It's pretty weak.
Ooh,
but so far, it's fine. That's... it's... Same way I feel about the Hulu reboot of Animaniacs, where that's also pretty weak compared to the original, but it's just fine.
Right.
It's all right. Not nothing too bad. I forgot if anything older I'm watching. No, that's all I'm gonna mention for right now. We're gonna do another stream blast, and I'll mention more stuff later.
Absolutely. In fact, we're gonna probably be dropping these stream blasts on a regular basis. Well, we're gonna be dropping clips of stream blasts more often. In fact, that channel's gonna get a little more of feed content, and a cat's gonna be coming down pretty soon. It looks like Louis just keeps staring at this table. He's looking at a chance. Nope. Are you? I'm waiting for you. There we go. Yep. I was like, this motherfucker is looking. I can't start with anything. You fucked with the camera, bitch. Fuck you. You're not director. All right. Let's talk. Before we get into the heart of this. We just got a TED trailer, at least for what we're checking out now. So I'm gonna be honest. This looked hilarious. We saw the trailer just now. Very new, very fresh.
I regret not seeing those TED movies yet. I've been holding back on those, but like, fuck.
I'll be honest with you. Back when TED 2 was out, or TED 2, the trailer was out, it just felt like it felt like a played out joke. Now that it's been so many years, it is great to see Ted back. These comedy situations seem great. It seems like it's going to be a great time, so I'm all for it.
Seth MacFarlane knows how to write, because he knows how to be funny still.
Outside of A Million Ways to Die in the West.
That was a bad one.
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing good things about the Orville. I hear great things about the Orville. I'm not into Star Trek, so I'm never probably going to get into it. But
that's right.
But I keep hearing great things about the Orville, and I know people harp on Family Guy and Cleveland Show and those two. American Dad is still good, but he doesn't really, from what I understand, he doesn't have much to do on the writing side of those.
No, he just does the dialogue.
He just does dialogue. He's still he's still a really good voice actor.
Yeah, and I think he's 60, so
it's gonna be a shame once he gets as old as the Simpsons cast. It's so hard watching episodes of Modern Simpsons, and most of those characters can't do the same voice because I sometimes watch the older episodes, and it's the newer episodes, the way they're written, they're fine, they're funny, a lot, they're still pretty good. Modern Simpsons is still good, but it's still hard to watch because the voices are old. Even Dan Castaneda has some age to his voice. He can still do the grunts and the screams and stuff, but you can still tell the age in his voice. And Julie Kavanaugh, the voice of Marge, she just can't do it anymore, and make her stop. She just can't do the voice anymore. I'm sorry, it's concerning. I get she probably wants to keep her job and it's giving her a lot of money, but they just got stuck. Well,
she might just love the role. That's the thing. She might just love
that too. But she just.
It's time. No, it's time. It's time.
Yeah, because she sounds like she's constantly sick, and so because Marge is already meant to be a raspy voice. She sounds so sick and hard to listen to on the show. It's just
who plays Cartman? Is it Matt or Trey that does Cartman? Do you remember?
Cartman?
Yeah.
Oh,
whoever does Cartman, it was a couple seasons ago. For the first time, it felt like he was a little out of it, and then it's he was yeah, I just had a sickness, but it's one of those things as well. Where yeah, you have a sickness now, but like you said before, it's when these guys get to a certain age, it's just gonna be yep, we're gonna need to either do some real software work, or it's just time, and you gotta give it up to someone else, or just end the show, one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
or just
Simpsons
replace
is
it because
so I don't see it.
It's an animated show, and I've seen so many parody videos where people just do impressions of these characters, and they do some good impressions. Just get another actor.
Oh, perfect. This reminds me. Hey, so you're here. We're checking out Ted. Make sure to check out the cartoon chat that just dropped earlier last week on Family Guy. So check that out. It's in the same wheelhouse. Enjoy it. And then go watch Ted later on next month. So we'll be right here. Yeah. Cool.
You said last week?
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it'll be...
Okay. Shit, yeah. Right. I forgot to give you my
Time keeps rolling, Mark. So
I forgot to give you my episode title.
All these uploads...
When are we doing the Family Guy cartoon chat?
Next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Anyway. Ted, though. Yeah, just exciting. Seth MacFarlane, again... It's I don't think I can ever get... again, there was a point where Ted felt like it was a tired thing because, again, at the sequel, and then you had Family Guy kind of falling off of its peak, and that was mid-2010s. Family Guy was falling off of its peak in the early 2010s. Obviously, Seth MacFarlane was at a very high point. And it was just like, all right, I've heard enough of this. And so it's like, it's time. It's a good feeling like right now, 2024-ish, coming on 2024. I think it's a perfect time for Ted to come back through a prequel series. You know.
Yeah. It looks really funny. Like, all the jokes I see in the trailer, this has made me laugh out loud.
Yeah. All right. Talking about laugh out loud, Mark, you recommended a movie here, and we're going to talk about it.
Remember to change your colors and blend in.
That's chameleons. I'm not a chameleon.
Oh, well, then you're a dead man.
We got to bring up Leo here. Leo is a movie that is exclusive to Netflix. Mark, I'll be honest with you, when you told me about this movie and all the marketing that I've seen for this movie, I honestly felt like, wow, this looks like the most Illumination soapbox property thing I could ever imagine. I'm not going to watch it. Then you said, you're going to talk about it.
Oh, no, then I said... No, at first I said, have you ever heard Leo? No, okay, let me go to the whole history.
Yeah, go for it.
I was like, have you ever heard Leo? Like, you saw a shitty trailer for Leo? Like, yeah, it looks like shit. and then I called you again, and then I was like, I'm starting to hear good things about Leo. I don't know, I'm thinking about watching it, but like, nah, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna stay away. And you were like, okay, leave me alone. Stop calling me while I'm masturbating. All right.
Fuck.
And then I called you again, and like, Brian, I just watched Leo. The movie's fucking good. And like, fuck you, you're lying. Get the fuck out of here.
I really didn't believe you.
Like, stop trying to trick me. Leave me alone.
It's like that meme. Leave me alone.
Stop telling me to watch Leo. It's not funny.
And then I gave in, and my God, this was quite an experience. I'll give you a quick movie detail, a quick run through here. Directed by Rob Marinetti, Robert Smigel, and David Wachenheim. It was also written by Robert Smigel, Adam Sandler, and Paul Sato. And the cool thing I didn't know before going into this was that it was Adam Sandler and Bill Burr, along with Cecily Strong. We'll talk about this now, since I got past the movie detail. This movie is absolutely just two classic comedians going back and forth with each other, and I love Bill Burr. That's why, like, I had no idea whatsoever about this movie, and then I play this movie, and I hear the Turtles' voice as Bill Burr, and I'm like, fucking Christ, this is incredible. I can't believe it. Okay, got Bill Burr voicing the Turtle, got Adam Sandler voicing the Reptile. I
forgot what the writer was, but he's somebody who works in talk shows. Cause have you ever heard this? I think it was called Triumph, the dog comic.
Triumph the dog comic.
Yeah, Triumph the dog. Oh, yeah.
You see the student he strikes here. Specifically the strike on Pearl Harbor. Oh my God. He just showed me, he just recommended a Triumph the Dog short. Man.
Oh my God.
I forgot how hilarious he is. I haven't seen him in a couple years, man. He's gold. He's gold.
Oh my God.
So one of the writers is literally Triumph the Dog's voice? Is that what you're about to say?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. That's fantastic, man. My God. Yeah, that's some good stuff, I'll tell you what. And so what I will say, this movie just feels like it's clearly it's from the heart, and it's from the heart of comics that just understand, comedy. That's what this is. It's a fucking gold tier comedy movie that just has riff after riff after riff, but it's genuine. It's genuine. There are beautiful moments in this movie.
Yeah, it knows that it's animated, so it has some fun with the logic of its own world.
Yeah, but there's so many things. Again, you have the turtle, and you've got the turtle's Bill Burr, you've got the reptile as Adam Sandler, and it's just they're literally Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets. Sometimes when they're in the beginning or whenever they're looking at the class and analyzing.
I'm surprised you remember their names.
Like it's amazing. It's like it's genuinely amazing.
I'm surprised you remember the names.
Mark, it's in my notes. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you needed official confirmation. You didn't remember that, did you? No, I didn't, Mark. I haven't watched Muppets.
Muppets fan right here.
Yeah.
Like, no joke, I am watching the Christmas special for Christmas.
Awesome.
My Muppets Christmas Carol is a good time yearly to revisit.
Yeah. I'm doing the Fox News Christmas. Yeah, that's what. But no, there's just some great jokes here. Mark, what would you say the synopsis of Leo is if you were to sum it up?
A Leo,
Hey, it's a Leo.
A lizard named Leo is worried that he is going to die soon, and he hasn't lived his full life. So he just wants to escape into the outside world and just live amongst other lizards and be free. So in his attempt to escape, or in his multiple attempts to escape, he accidentally keeps getting caught by the children who are supposed to take care of him or take him for the weekend, and so to cover his tracks, he just tells them hey, you're special, you're the only one who can hear me talk, and through the process of talking with them, he kind of gives them life lessons, and he keeps doing that for every child and till he becomes popular.
Yes.
And he's improving them. He's improving them as characters. He's proven their flaws, and to the point where the whole classroom is getting better, and the substitute teacher in the classroom is getting the credit for it.
And not only is what's what I'm looking for. Not only do these writers understand the sort of feeling of being in a classroom as a kid or as a teacher, all of it. They also just understand, you understand, that there's a lot of genuine, feeling about, kids from the parental perspective, or whether that's, like I said, growing up in a classroom, growing up with different parents. It feels like all these characters are very genuine and real. And I do like that, again, because this is set with characters that are, because these are characters that are set in 5th grade, what you get is, these... I love what they do with, for instance, 2nd graders and below, which I believe are treated like literal, little baby demons, and it's hilarious, little bobbleheads, and they're hilarious, because when you're when you're that old, when you're in 5th grade, it's you've gotten so far past that you look at them and it's ugh.
They're just little gremlins.
They're all little exactly. It's
a funny visual gag. Every time they come on screen, I just laugh my ass off.
Yeah. It's one of the best representations of what you feel like they are.
Especially how they acknowledge that they don't acknowledge that they look like gremlins. To them in their universe they look cute, because there's a funny scene where they talk about the talent show and how they could have won it but they lost to the kindergartens because they were just cute.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's it's just you have shows like Abbott Elementary, which knock out the school perspective very well. This just knocks out so much of it. You have, again, the vibe of not just the substitute teacher, but the teacher herself and the different types of students. I know that there are some schools where obviously kids are way more demonic, but I grew up at a part of my schooling was at a private school, and this felt very more private school energy where, the kids still respected the teachers until a sub came in.
Yeah.
And it got a little foolish, but the original teacher wouldn't really bear the brunt of, assholes, really. And so what you have here is, again, you get to, instead of it being just a bunch of asshole kids, what you get instead are kids that just have their own sort of personalities and, and it's just a journey with each of them. And I think that this has a lot of great moments that are really good for young audiences, and then there's moments that older audiences can take from this as well. Notably, of course, the substitute teacher doesn't handle it well, but when it's hey, your life's not over yet, enjoy it, do what you can, and even that's Leo's whole theme as well. It's that's a good thing for old audiences, and then you have obviously the young audience sort of intention with they all are going through something that they feel is very significant. And Leo takes that, unboxes it, and makes them way more comfortable in themselves. And I think that, again, you don't just focus on one character, you focus on several, and that means that you can have a much wider appeal to a much larger audience. So I think that this might be, like you said when you were talking to me on the phone, one of the best movies of the year, and this is a movie that you can definitely give to any member of the family. This is definitely a Thanksgiving movie. This is definitely a movie.
This was a palate cleanser we needed after Wish.
Yes, I'm glad I watched this after Wish. Yeah, because it's absolutely beautiful. And again, it's comedically amazing. There is fuck, I wish I need to go on. Sorry, I know you have stuff to say. Go ahead while I'm looking for this. Tell me your thoughts, man.
Oh yeah, like, I love, like, the introduction to the characters is good because it, like, if you've seen these archetypes before and it tricks you to thinking, okay, these characters, they're just going to be two-dimensional characters, so I get what these characters are. There's a nerd, there's the overprotective one, there's a bratty,
The
like...
Bratz version, yeah. The Brat girl, yeah.
Yeah, like, white girl, and it's like, okay, these are 2D character types. And then, like, it kind of, like, when you get to the part where they have to take home the lizard, like, each one of them just slowly develops one by one. And, even all the background characters, too, they get developed around that. And, like, by the end, like when you get to the climax of the movie, you understand all the characters.
Yes.
And where they're coming from. And, like, usually, movies like these are a mess, especially when they're trying to focus on multiple characters. Even with that, sometimes you'll get a few characters, and some of the other characters are just, like, left to the wayside. Well, I don't really know him. I don't really know that guy. I don't really know that guy. But these few,
no, you really get,
these
like,
few groups.
yeah.
But you just get every character, and they all come together at the end, like, spectacularly.
You feel like you're you feel like you're actually with that one-on-one teacher that's really just trying to impress.
I thought she was a joke too. That substitute.
Not the substitute.
Oh.
It feels like I'm saying that Leo himself. It feels like if you were let's say you were just shoved into a random classroom with a one-on-one instructor, and you were just a ghost just watching the situation. It feels like you were literally taken through that guide and just dealing with each one of those characters. And like you said, by the end, not literally all of them are not anyone is left out. All of them have genuine moments, and that really helps the movie because when they all react like that, you feel it through all of their eyes, and it makes the movie all the better for it. You know,
through it all, like fucking, like Leo, like is like you said, they're like the fucking old men from the Muppet Show. They're just like talking. They're just like these like grumpy comedics.
Yeah.
These these fucking grumpy critics coming over everything. But, like, slowly through time, Leo himself becomes such an endearing character. He's just, like... He is just a comfort... By the end of the movie, you just view him as a comfort character. Like, he, like, every time he's on screen, he's just, like, comfortable. Like, you feel like you've, like...
It's a way
you want to talk to him. Like, he, like, fuck, I'll take... I want therapy from Leo. I want therapy from, like... I need Adam Sandler... just behind like a cardboard of Leo and just doing the voice and talking to me.
Yeah, it's just also it takes a great forgettable concept like a teacher's pet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that's the thing that like you could probably I've had some classes with like, you know, a turtle or a fish or something. And like, you know, yeah, that's totally forgettable. And obviously, like, when you talk about, like, taking a pet home, like, obviously that's something probably from the comedians' youths, because obviously I don't think they do that ever in the present. That's something that they probably couldn't do in the present these days. But just that idea is, like, super interesting, and of course just really extends on the idea of, hey, like, having a classroom pet, not necessarily a bad idea, definitely something that could bring a positive energy to the room, and it also just builds on the idea that, yeah, there's a lot of weight on these teachers, and not just I'm talking the sub-teacher, but the original teacher, like, and sometimes it can't just be that original teacher. It can't just be the original teacher. There needs to be help in that classroom, not just for the teacher, but for the student. So it really helps out in that way, too. Before jumping back to you, I do want to bring up, again, when I talk about the comedy here, there are jokes that just fly. There are some moments where jokes like stack on stack on stack. It's amazing. Most of
them hit.
Yes, there's a joke where, for instance, so there's already the joke of the substitute teacher comes in and she brings the textbooks, and these textbooks are hilariously large. So that's but this is the first thing. First thing is hilariously large books. It's like, yeah, I remember those. But it's like hilariously over large. Then she throws them full speed.
That scene was rent-free in my head.
And already another joke. And then at the same time, Leo and the turtle are jumping around, and it ends with them being almost in an Olympic-like stance, and they switch over, and the roaches are doing basically Olympic scoring. So it all like stacks to stack to stack to stack. It's like a 5-level joke that builds to this amazing end, and that's just like 5 seconds. That was not anything longer than 5 seconds. That's the comedy team we're talking about here. It's incredible. This movie, and then there's just jokes that run through, like, you're gonna enjoy your time with it. You're not gonna hate any moment of this. I mean, you're gonna hate some character decisions, but like, it's not a movie that's bad at all. This is a movie that has every minute of your consideration in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Is this like an accident from Happy Madison Productions? Because they were always like my arch nemesis. They are purposely making movies that don't appeal to me, or that if I ever have to watch them, they like I want to kill myself.
Yeah, the Jack and
point and blank fucking
Jack and Jill, fucking all those shit.
I despise Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. But like, it's worth
the most DVD'd movie ever.
The only thing that's worth the Paul Blart Mall Cops is because there's this podcast that's inferior to us, but like everything I look for, I even got this year. I look forward to every Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Every Thanksgiving they have to watch and review Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and you just gotta monitor their insanity.
Oh, every year.
Every Thanksgiving they watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and they have to talk about it because some years they talk about how like, oh yeah, this was better. Like, it keeps getting better, and then like sometimes it goes to a down spiral. Like, it was worse. I was dreading this year, and like I think one time there was like, I couldn't bring myself to hit play, so shit. Instead I just started watching Paul Blart Mall Cop 1, and then I watched 2, and I fucking hate my life. It's a great podcast. That's the only thing that made Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 worth watching.
Jesus Christ. I gotta remember it. Is Pixels Happy Madison? Because it was the same team. Let me do a quick
search. Adam Sandler. It's Adam Sandler ass Adam Sandler.
Yeah, let me see here. Pixels.
How often does Adam Sandler show up in animation?
He's what's his name? Transylvania.
I know, he's Dracula.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I know. And fucking 8 Crazy Nights.
Guess who did Pixels? Happy Madison.
Yay!
Now we know why that movie sucked. Yeah. The magic was it took all of the movies that sucked to get to a good one. That's what happened.
I'll be honest. Like that's one of those movies I enjoyed when I watched in the theater because the audience was with it.
Oh.
This was 2016. This was like we talked about this. Like sometimes you feel out the energy of the audience, and like the audience was with it. And this is like also I had like a mediocre. I just come back from a mediocre Oticon. Mm-hmm. This is like when it was still in Baltimore too.
Right. That was 2015.
2015. Whenever that movie came out. It was like everyone in the theater was just like kind of just happy and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this was like a fun viewing experience. And then like I thought about the movie more, and then like looked up reviews and shit. I'm like, oh wow, this is shit. But like I would say, Pixels is one of those Adam Sandler movies that it's fun to make fun of.
Yes,
it's like it's not boring bad, but it's a bad word. It's like just same with the Mall Cop movies.
Yes,
it's not a boring bad, but it is bad. And I say I hate Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 because they make you hate Paul Blart so much. I want to kill Paul Blart.
Yeah, it's really it's a shame. Yeah, because Paul Blart 1 really gives him a hero's arc, and
it's not a very good movie either.
They burned that down in 2. Yeah. Let's get the fuck off of these other Happy Madison movies and jump back to the good one.
Yeah, it's like an accident, but like I feel like it's mostly the fucking writer who like kind of like ever saved this movie from like being the writers in general who just like made this movie good. Because I feel like if this was just Adam Sandler alone and just his jokes,
Yeah.
probably would have been like the successor to Eight Crazy Nights. But instead, this became like what Eight Crazy Nights if it was actually good the whole way through.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't tell.
I never watched. You actually saw it before?
I probably have.
I've never watched it, but I experienced that movie multiple times through reviews.
Oh, well, that's sure. I mean, I understand.
I mean, so I know that movie in and out because that movie's been thoroughly reviewed a couple times.
Right.
And that's how we experience some movies.
Yeah, I want to jump back and talk about this movie some more. I do like again. We talked about the younger kids being drawn. Obviously, that's a part of the fire alarm scene where and I love the idea. Like, we don't know how to add. Like, these are just things that are just written like intelligently. Yeah, we don't know how to fucking add. We got to go back to. We got to talk to the second grade animal. And,
that's clever.
Yes, and so we get a little moment with all the animals, and it's funny.
Because it makes sense. Like, how some of them, how they know how to talk because they're just in the classroom and stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, they've been around English for so long that's it. I
feel like for a family movie, like, this movie doesn't talk down at all, but also doesn't feel like it's too risque for adults. It's like
You mean for kids?
It doesn't talk. Yeah, this movie doesn't feel like it talks down to kids at all, but also it doesn't feel like it's too risque.
No, it treats them as equal,
kids.
which is awesome because again,
it literally is an all ages movie.
Yes, like it's all kids going through situations that are genuine. You have the nerd kid, and again, she talks too much, and they solve that problem. But I do love the fact that like when she talks so much, like in the first time when we see her in the living room, fuck, I forgot that's a thing. I didn't even look to see that one.
Alright, the good battery's alive. Alright. I'm gonna buy it from this one.
So, I mean, because we all have had that, either we know that person or we've been that person. I've definitely been that person of like, you talk as a kid, you talk, you continue to talk at a rate where you don't know if you're talking too much, and then you start feeling insecure about talking, so then you become more of a silent person.
Hey, we're guys, we can't help the mansplain sometimes.
What the fuck? This is a female. What are you talking about?
No.
What?
Oh yeah, I mean we do that. That's what we do sometimes. That's us too.
I mean, sure. I was just talking about it in general, but sure. But no, like I like the fact that again, like they don't, like it's a little like it's just genuine situations. Like you can tell this comes from minds of parents where kids are just excited or talking about things, and then the kids talking about something, and it just keeps going on and on. It's a long sentence. I love that. Again, they cut to the TV, and the TV
love that
Titanic,
joke.
and even like Jack and whatever her name is are just like oh please, like even they're tired of it, and like but
in
again,
the movie can hear her.
Yeah, so I love the fact that again he goes and he helps her out, and and she doesn't immediately get it right. Again, you talk about the comparison between Wish and this, like character growth, where it's not just character growth in one step. It's like ask the right question, and then it's like, all right, she needs to figure that out, and then she figures it out, and it helps her out later, and that's great. I don't think that's great. That's a really good thing to show kids, but also having a lot of comedic moments in the middle of it, and like.
Oh, you're talking about fucking last comparison to Wish. You're talking about fucking Wish. Like, my problem with Wish was like a lot of the characters are nothing, and a lot of the background characters are less than nothing.
Yes.
Like by the end of this movie, I feel like I knew all the background characters as well as I know the fucking
citizen. As Leo himself.
Sorry. I knew the background characters as well as I knew the citizens from Springfield. It's like that much depth with all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, they use every bit of this runtime to try and get all these characters, and some of them go through because you can't get all of these kids you can't help have a full 5-minute interaction with all of them, so they get montages.
They spend enough time with these kids,
but I think they get 4. You get 4 or 5 kids, right? 4 kids, 5 kids before they do the montage of him helping.
Yeah, because I was wondering okay, the movie's gonna be a bit long, and he's gonna go through an escape gag every time, but no. they only do it twice, and by the third time, he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna talk to her.
Yeah. I do like, again, like, so there's the helicopter situation, the helicopter parent, which is played off with a drone. And again, so in a basic movie, that gets referenced, and then nothing happens.
I've seen that in shows before, too.
Yes, the drone is a character in this, and it's a well-made character.
When they introduced it in the beginning, I thought it was a mom, but no, it's just a drone.
Yeah, and obviously the helicopter parent, the drone itself is meant to be a representation of, like, the helicopter parent.
Yes.
Obviously always around, but yeah, like,
It's not that it's protective, it's aggressively protective. And that's hilarious.
Yes. It's that next step beyond protective. It's beyond. Again,
like
there's another joke where, again, he falls out and I think he falls or he's running away from the vacuum or whatever. Or no, that's before the vacuum. Either way, the vacuums are there, and he's getting chased by the vacuums. But at some point, he escapes, falls onto the Legos. There's a little Godzilla scene,
yes,
and then there's the step on the Lego moment. Again, stack.
It doesn't go on for too long.
It's not. These are 10 seconds. This might be 10 seconds, but joke, and it's all good. Like, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, this is great. And then when it all ends, like, not even when it all ends, but in the middle of it, the dog, who's clearly like he has the look of like a prisoner held captive forever, where the dog's like, hey man, like, this dog,
he doesn't even talk either.
Yeah, he just like, the eyes are just all the expressiveness you need, because
like he knows the rules too. It's like Toy Story. It's like,
right,
fucking humans right there.
Yep. Yeah. So again, that whole fuck, man. That's a great sequence.
That's not even a character. It's just good world building right there.
Yeah.
Like, because like, I remember, like, I'll get my first, like, judgmental rule, like, when I first saw the trailer, it's like, why this movie look like shit? It's because, like, it's just a movie where animals can talk, and there's no explanation to it. It's just talking animals, and, like, what, they can just hear the kids. The rules of this world doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And they actually watch the movie, and, like, oh, the rules do make sense in this world.
100%. Yes, indeed. 100%. Yeah, it's brilliant. And again, like, just the whole, like, alright, just write a note. And gives it to the drone, and the drone's all having, like, the drone's in a depressive streak for most of the rest of the movie.
Oh, no, my favorite part with the drone is when him and, like, this unnamed character kid is, like, they're playing chess or something.
That's right.
And, like, he asks if he wants Cheetos. He wants some Cheetos. He, like, almost hands him the bag. Then the drone just, like, takes the bag, scans the bag, contains nuts, burns the bag.
That's right. 10 to A+.
And then he just lets him win. Like, I think the drone just like makes the kid win, and like he just throws confetti, and like on with the unnamed character that when he's like walking out the door with a friend, he just hands him a second place badge.
Yeah, no, he's not a named character. He's another character that Leo helps, right?
Is he?
Yeah, he was a part of the
Okay, yeah.
I thought he was one of the friends from that same classroom.
Probably,
but I can't remember.
I
can't remember his name, so he'll stay unnamed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love that whole thing but it's quick because it's like and then at the same time he's texting him. I think I'm ready to go. Like that second place thing, and then look on his face like, oh, what the fuck? It's like yeah, man. And then again, it feels good to have that kid finally just have a little bit of fun. And they're out on the fence or whatever. Just a little bit of outside world type deal, so you don't turn into young Sheldon.
Because like again, the movie like in the beginning it presents these characters as like they might be 2-dimensional, and develops it. And I thought this movie was going to be predictable. I can't tell what's going to happen in the next scene, and I can't tell how what are they going to be the characters' problems and how they're going to solve them.
What character's going to be picked next?
Yes,
you don't know until that sequence.
And the way Leo helps him solve the problems is like, the way Leo helps him solve the problems, it's very well observed and realistic, and like a good moral for kids to actually follow.
Absolutely.
And it's like, because like I do like, especially with the girl to divorced parents, like it is a good moral for like sometimes, because like sure it's good to let out a good cry. But people are uncomfortable around people who cry a lot. And
you're talking about the song like "Don't Cry, Crying's for Weaklings."
It's funny.
That was not the lullaby I was expecting, but that's
Yes.
a genuine from the heart, like, hey kid, don't. Like, have a moment, but not people don't want, like, you know, this much pressure on them because you're not feeling well, so it's a thing where it's just honest. This one, it's like, I gotta be honest with you on this one. It can't be like the nerd kid where it's like, hey, you know, try it this way and try to be a little softer on it. Like this one, it's like, you're literally hugging your fucking teacher awkwardly at moments. Like, you need a little bit of honest time here.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to kill the vibe around you, so suck it up.
Right.
You'll have a moment to yourself soon enough. Just don't make people feel uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah, man. Again, so there's the... Get off of the thing. Stop hitting the thing. All right. So there's the... so what's funny is they introduced the glamorous kid scene before with the parent, that we don't know who the parent of the kid is, but we see that with the substitute teacher. They're sitting in the room together, and he's such an asshole. Like, it's
He's donated.
Yeah. And so, like, and later on, he starts singing, like, almost like a Disney-esque song of, like, you know, just singing about, like, he's bragging. And by the way, at the end of that joke, all the spoon, whatever the fuck they were, watches, spoons,
Watches,
the watches. Like, at the end, they're real.
Clocks.
They're not, this is not fiction. These are real watches. They're like,
clocks.
The clocks. And it's like, you want to tip them? And it's like, and all the watches are clearly upset. Like,
by the way, they're self-aware of, like, the fucking... I think they know the joke about, like, mom asks in animated movies.
Yeah.
And they're just, like, rubbing it in your face, because, like, she's doing yoga.
Yep.
And, like, she's just in a position where her fucking... Like, her face is literally in between her legs.
Yes. They also chose, like, they're like, alright, what asshole would choose this person? Alright, cool, let's match. Cool. Yeah, they're both very self-oriented and not toward her at all. Obviously, she gets whatever she wants. She's, like, you know, the bratty character, but at the same time, because the parents are so self-oriented, they don't give her a lot of time, and so, you know. I
didn't predict the message that was going to be in there. It's like, and it's these are real messages kids can follow. It's like, yeah, you're not that great.
Yeah.
Stop acting like you're all that shit.
Yeah, I like that because that's an honest thing. It's like, you're not greater than everyone else. And some of these kids aren't going to hear that, but it's still a good message to just put into a movie. Hey, let's be honest here. You're not great. You're not greater than everyone else. You're just like you're everyone else, and accept it. You know, that's a good one. I like the party. Obviously, there's the party scene. They unlock the caged animals. I will say, what's interesting is he had a chance to be free, but he loves the kid so much that he doesn't. He goes back, helps him out. That's cool.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about the songs?
What? Which songs?
Oh, the songs in general, because like because like they're not immediately catchy, but like, you know, for what they are in the movie, they're pretty good, and they one more comparison with Wish, they flow really well. These are these songs that flow really well with the tone of the movie, with the movie itself.
Yeah.
They transition in and out in the movie, and a lot of times, my favorite part is sometimes the songs are played as jokes. Yeah. Like the regular teacher, before she leaves, she's about to sing a slow ballad.
That's right. And then she gives it to the sub, and she's like, no.
I don't sing. And I was like, oh, will she continue? And it's like, oh no, the song's just over.
Yeah.
And like, I think they do it again, but like, they do the same joke, but they do it differently, which I like. It's like, if you're gonna do the same joke,
repackage it. Yeah, just repackage it.
Add spin to it. And later, so like, when you get to the popular girl, the father is like doing a bragging song with the clocks you just mentioned, and then like the song just like it doesn't even get cut off. We just go to a different scene upstairs. You can still hear it muffled in the background, because like and like she's like talking to her mom. It's like, your dad's bragging, dear. Your dad's doing a brag song, dear. Yeah. And like it cuts because the song just like cuts to the room muffled with the song muffled in the background.
A+.
Fucking fantastic. Goddamn, this movie's good.
Man. Yeah, man. I do like, by the way, that, of course, when the big kid takes him, it's like, alright, so here's the thing. They think so we have an interest. So not only is it interesting because you know the situation's going to be interesting because they set it up in a way where, ooh, this might be trouble. The big kid's taking Leo. They also include the turtle this time.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay.
I keep wondering if the turtle's going to do much in the movie.
Yeah, and of course...
He actually just try to get involved, and he doesn't get jealous.
And the turtle it's like, this is where it shows that, no, Like it takes charm, it takes time. You can't quick burn this. You can't be an asshole about it. And this is why Bill Burr was the perfect voice actor for the tortoise, or the turtle, I mean, because that's his delivery. That's him. That's it. Perfect. Like, he doesn't care. And that's it. That's like the character he plays. He just doesn't care. Hey, alright, let me just try what Leo does. So yeah, what's wrong, kid? Yeah, you fucking, this happened. Yeah, this happened. Alright. What you need to learn is this. And alright, good. You don't fucking matter. Good. Shut the fuck up. Alright, bye. Basically, that's all, you know what I mean? Like, really quick. Tried to do it quick. But that's not Leo's way. So once that ends, once the turtle doesn't get it done, Squirtle, by the way, doesn't get it done.
I like how realistic the names are, because, like, of course you would give pets pop culture names.
Yes.
So I like that, like, because Leo's name wasn't Leo at first, it was Leonardo.
Yes.
To reference, like, the Ninja Turtle, and, like, Squirtle is named after a Pokemon, but they don't ham it in your face. They're like, oh, it's a reference to Pokemon.
You didn't put a bunch of logos around.
Yeah. But, like, no, it's just, like, they just have pop culture name, because they trust you as the viewer to know, you already know what these names belong to.
Of course.
Like, and I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, just, again, like, Leo, especially by that character, though, the big tough character, once Leo gets a hold of him, then it's, again, that one-on-one, true interaction, care, consideration. Yeah, like, he's just the master at it, and you can tell that he really considers a lot about these kids, but at the same time, there's this, throughout all of the helping the kids, you know the ticking clock's there, because it's like, alright, you know the number's coming at 75, so it's like, is he ever going to get, like, obviously he's becoming satisfied by helping them, but at the same time, you know, oh shit, like, there's a ticking clock here, what's going to happen here? Like, so that's still on the back of your head, you know, like, while this whole movie's going on. So you're stuck in this, like, yeah, I like that you're improving these characters, but what's going to happen to you in the process of this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
sorry, my freaking,
what's up?
My fucking
Is it a phone?
My touch portal is, like, fucking, it just, like, closed out for a second. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, it's all good. I got it from here. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. So, yeah, like you mentioned before, though, Leo literally becomes the kid's, like, motivation to become better. Like, he's their driving force. The only flaw is, because of the angle that he set for them, he made them all special, and that was fine when it was like one or two, but when everyone's involved and it's overwhelming now, you can't really, that's a facade, you can't really, so all of these kids feel like, yeah, this is a genuine thing that's only between us, when in fact it is between all of them, and it's a genuine feeling of like, I understand where those kids are coming from. This is not just some young adult, like, drama bullshit that movies come up with. This is like a genuine thing. Like, yeah, these kids really attach to you as a character, as a person or as an animal that can talk. They're really attached to you, and they learn that, and they're unsure because the turtle was an asshole and literally outed him as saying, like, yeah, you told me, which, again, any moment of, like, hey, you told me this, or you told another person this, is an uncomfortable thing for any age group.
Oh, yeah, because, like, the idea was, like, the kids thought, like, it was, like, kind of like an alien movie where, like, the
E.T. kind of thing.
Yeah, E.T. kind of thing where, like, he's only their special buddy, and, like, he can only communicate with them. When it comes to, like, the other kids, he can't talk to them.
Yes.
Like, only that kid can understand animals for some reason. And, like, the only thing that's, it's just like a nitpick is like I wonder, like, do any of the other kids wonder why Leo is getting more popular? If they don't think, like, he can talk to anybody else.
I think that because he also said the hidden rule is that you can't expose what that I can talk. That it's like is this a thing where if I admit that he did talk, then something, I don't know, like, I'm going to be honest, this is the only thing that doesn't feel genuine about kids, because kids would say anything and they would be like, well, he talked to me, and they're like, he talked to you, and that's how that would happen.
I do love the joke, like, I think it happens a couple times when he gets talk, where it's like, where he talks, where it's like, like, the kid, as soon as the kid hears him talk, he's like, Mom, Dad! He's like, fuck!
Yeah, that's good. Again, genuine reactions. Like,
I love when the fucking bully does it. like he I think it's when the Squirtle talks.
yeah,
He's like trying to stop him.
that's right. Yeah, I think the substitute teacher moment was very nice because, of course, it's like one of those things, like almost like Up, where Jay, just remember what got you into it. You know, you don't have to be an asshole. Like, remember what got you into it. And of course, it doesn't all go well. You know, not everyone's perfect, and you're gonna have assholes. And she's not gonna obviously just immediately turn into a nice person suddenly. I mean, she's a grown adult. She's got the things that she does, and she's gonna stick to them. So, of course, she takes that idea, and then she takes the fact that these kids are doing a lot of success, and she was gonna ride the lightning off of that. And you know,
no, the thing about that is that scene kind of plays her emotion because she after she talks to Leo, that's when she develops more as a character.
Yes.
And you find out she doesn't really have anything in life except for this job, which doesn't even treat her that well anyway.
Right.
Or act like she's like anything.
At all. Yeah.
A big example is one of the funniest moments is when the popular kid's parent.
Yes.
They're talking to
oh my gosh.
They're talking to the principal and
Yep.
he's talking to the principal you have to fire this new substitute teacher. She's ruining the kids. And sir, she's right there.
Can I talk as if you're not in the room?
Yeah. and she has a fucking entitlement repellent.
Yeah.
That was a fucking funny ass joke.
Absolutely, it was.
But yeah, you find out nobody she doesn't have much in her life, and this job is the only thing she has. But her and Leo do make an agreement. They do get along, and she has to ride off the success, like you said.
Yeah.
But she has to do if she wants to keep the success, she's I have to just get rid of the lizard, and she feels bad while she's doing it. So
but you got rid of the lizard. I can't feel it. You know what I mean? I understand what you mean, the sympathy of the fact that you build this character, but even that feels like fuck you.
It's still a sympathetic scene because I still feel for both characters. Because it's she is the villain in that moment.
Yes.
But even she knows she's still redeemable because she's aware that she's doing the wrong thing. That's why that conversation between the two is it is an emotional moment because it's because Leo is wait, what's going on? I thought I heard a bunch of cheering. We lost. We lost, Leo. This is it. And it's but the kids.
Yeah. It is an emotional moment because of Leo, not because...
I think it's on both sides.
It is. It's okay. It's both sides because the trust that you believe that you have in her is faded completely, sure. But the minute that you drop him off in the Everglades and you leave, fuck you. And, yeah, I'm not feeling anything for her. Even after that, even toward the end, and that's maybe just me, but I just...
That's probably you. Yeah, I felt so. Because I started liking her as a character, after she talks to Leo, and she becomes more of an endearing character after she talks to Leo.
I mean, I don't see how it's endearing that she took Leo and just drove off with that. You're saying,
No, because you find out that, she...
that's the only thing.
Because she's not a jerk after that.
Sure,
it's just
but that she's a jerk for taking the main character of the story and putting him in the Everglades. I don't understand how that's an endearing thing.
Well, because she's trying to go after what she wants more than over her the people she cares about or her friend or what she thinks what she doesn't know is her friend yet. It's a main character doing some kind of jerk ass thing and then realize. Yeah, this was the wrong thing to do. I wrecked everybody's trust. It's you get that moment in almost every fucking generic anime movie where it's I gotta lie to impress this girl character, and then later the girl character finds out you lied. It's something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not a genuine character moment. Of course, it's still a genuine character moment. Is it within her character? Yeah, it seems like it because she's chasing after the gold. But to sacrifice because. there was never ever a point where you had to get rid of the lizard at all. There was never ever that point. You could have just had it as the pet. In fact, she realizes that at the end. But, you know, I do like... Look, does it lead to the fact that we get the Everglades chase? Yes. And if that's what it was necessary, sure. But I kind of lost that the minute that she was so self-centered that it was like, okay, boom. Like, all right, I'm going to completely get rid of this character, even though I could just have him as a pet, come to an agreement, hey, if you're my pet while I'm still a sub, while I'm a teacher, and we keep moving with this, then blah, blah, blah. But, you know, she doesn't think about that until the end of the movie, when he could have been potentially dead. So, and that's when I kind of lost my rooting for her. I do appreciate that she helped out with the school bus stuff, of course, and getting them back on track. But, yeah, like, that was more on the kids and the turtle. That really pushed her over the edge, because she was still going to be an asshole. So, like, again, like, it wasn't until the turtle and the kids came together.
I found the character still endearing, and for me, it was over the edge. It was still an emotional moment, because even though it was over the edge for her, it was like, you can still tell she still has, like, doing the whole thing, she still has regrets about it, but, like, she feels it's something she has, even though we know it's something she doesn't have to do, she feels it's something she has to do, and it's hard for her too.
Yeah, sure. Again, this is the last thing I'll say. Yeah, it's hard for her to do, but she did it. So, you know, look.
There are a lot of main characters do that though.
Look. I know. Look, what's his name? Kylo Ren stabs Han Solo in the gut. Now, I don't feel that makes him endearing. Yeah, he felt like he had to do it. He didn't have to do it, but he felt like he had to do it. Once he killed him, I don't feel fucking endearing. I don't even feeling endearing that he got to that point. You know, I don't feel endearing about that. I don't think that makes him more endearing.
I wouldn't say that example because like Kylo Ren was.
It's the same thing.
He wasn't meant like.
He was a self-centered asshole that.
He didn't feel like he was trying. Like he had you was waiting for him to build it to be like completely irredeemable character. Like he was meant to be like the super big villain. Well, he was a super big villain in The Force Awakens.
Yeah, but it's the same situation. Both of them have to make a decision that they're both self-centered characters that make a decision for their own self-gain. One of them you feel is endearing. The other apparently is a completely different track. What I'm saying is both of them leave a certain character, one of the other main characters, in a situation that is extremely vulnerable or severely worse off, if not dead entirely. All I'm saying is that does not make them endearing. That makes it significant. That I can't root for someone that's like, hey, I'm going to take the main character and say, fuck him. The same way that Coco, for instance, right? Like, doesn't he get tossed into the fucking thing? That doesn't make me more, what's his name? I don't feel better about what's his name for tossing tossing the kid into that fucking ditch.
I'm sorry, but Kylo Ren, he just straight up murders Han Solo. That's why, I guess...
Well, there's the moment before where he's literally considering, just like the teacher, like before, on the way before, has the chance to...
Dropping him, like, she's giving him what he wanted earlier. That's also why it's so heartfelt, because, like, he's getting what he wants. Just not the way he wanted, and just he doesn't know what he wants anymore. But, like, that's also, like, she's not, like, killing him or harming him, really. She is an old person. She knows that if she tosses him in the Everglades, you're being realistic with that. So
you're being like fake about it. Then you're not being real about it. I don't understand.
You don't need to be. This is a fucking cartoon world. But so she's giving him what he wants.
I'm confused. What are you debating? Are you debating the genuine nature of the characters?
That she's still redeemable and like she is still like a good character. Like that's why I still felt for both sides. She's not a jerk after that.
No, because she's a jerk from the moment that she decides to do that. Keeps him in the fucking sleeve. He's in the sleeve, cool. But the moment that she decides to drive him down to the Everglades, and then does not care, or we have the fake care. You can have the fake care. Kylo Ren had fake care for a whole fucking movie and a half after he killed Han Solo. So the fake care until the turtle showed up with a fucking drone, and then it clicks in her head. Now I will actually take action. It does not matter to her, really, genuinely enough to take action until we get to that point. That is it. Then Then her character changes into, here's a redeemable thing. Here's a redeemable thing. You're going so far as to take action that you will take the bus out of the hands of the guy that drove you to Disney World off-brand. Like, that's cool. I appreciate that. But up until that point, no. Between the moment of dropping him off at the Everglades all the way up to when the turtle has the drone with the kids, she is back to being an irredeemable character, especially in the eyes of the kids. So there's no fucking way at all that, like, no, that she's not redeemable, and it's a terrible decision. Like, no, I'm not gonna fucking back her. I don't see how you could back her after that. Like, yeah, you can have a sob story. There's a billion fucking sob stories. Like, Cruella, you're gonna feel bad for Cruella. Like, you know, she tossed, did she toss didn't two dogs eat? I can't fucking remember.
I never felt bad for Cruella.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a bad example. You're bringing up really some wild examples.
No, what about the main character of Coco? Do you feel redeemable about the main villain?
No, he's not redeemable. He doesn't do anything. He's not meant to be redeemable. He's just a villain the whole way through.
He had a sob story, and then you learn about the fact that
it's not the fact that she had a sob story. It's the fact that she had you can see in the character's like emotions and like mannerisms and like she has
still made the decision. What the fuck?
It's not that bad of a decision. She's giving him what he wants.
If someone shoots
and
someone,
like also this is what Leo wanted to begin with. So it's kind of like okay, like his characters also have to go through that moment where like they get what they want, but not the way they wanted.
Okay, Leo's
also getting what he asked for, just not the way he wanted it.
So if someone says, and the top two people at the top of a building, and they're like, man, they're talking.
They sneeze.
I'd really want to jump off the top of this building right now. And like, I'm like, for just after hearing that, like after about 10 minutes of talking about like their personal beliefs and things, then the other person shoves that guy off the top of the building, murders him because
he's talking about fucking murder. That's a different kind of fucking action right there.
Leo is going to be left in a dude. There are way
to live though. Like she's not thick because like she's not think she's
yeah she's not smart.
Stating that he's going to die out there.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's a literal boxed animal. That is all that humans know. Humans know, like, hey, like these creatures that are like in homes. Yeah, they're not gonna live in like a pure like fucking rainforest environment. That's not gonna work.
That's not really it's like established. It's just like it's more of like, okay. It's more of like she's dropping them in the element. That's where all the other lizards are. She knows that's where she wants because like. Leo didn't mention he just wants to go to the Everglades, and like she dropped him off the Everglades what he wanted earlier, because like she assumes like okay, like he'll be happy there, and it's like for him to be satisfied, she has to lie to him saying like the kids are good, but they didn't win, so it's like you don't really need to see that part, but like this I'm just gonna drop you off here.
So that makes her sympathetic. That makes you more connect with her,
huh?
That means that you're still empathetic to her because of that.
Well, yeah, because you have to lie to make him accept to live. She had to give him a lie to make him accept to live there. Well, she still had second thoughts.
Who the fuck cares if she lies about it or not? She still did the thing. If you ram 12 kids, if you run over 24 kids because like
you're talking about murder again. God damn it.
Okay, you leave a character out in a parking lot next to a rainforest. You don't give him food. You just expect him to figure it out.
Did that kid want to go to the rainforest in the beginning? That person, sorry.
You can set sure. Oh, here, Mark.
Was there motivation earlier to go into the rainforest?
Here, Mark. Here's what I'll say. Right. Let's say I wanted to go to Tornado Alley. I said, you know what? I'd like to see a tornado in person, and I tell that to you. So you fucking hit me with a bat, blindfold me, and then I wake up and there's an F5 tornado literally 2 blocks away from me, and you're driving away from me at full speed. And you're like, I hope you enjoy the fucking tornado.
That's it. That's just being a jerk.
Yeah, that's exactly.
No, it's not. It's not usually because like he's putting him in the element where lizards do live.
People live in Tornado Alley. I don't know
what the fuck. People are dying out there, but like that's not the fucking. The wild, it's not like she doesn't state that like he's just going to like get killed by the forest. Like he does want to live his last life. He wants to die.
I don't know if you saw the color tones, but it's clearly the impression was with the color tones of that scene was.
That's for the audience.
Yeah.
We don't know if they see it that way.
You can. What do you mean if they can see it that way? It's pretty obvious that Leo's like, "What the fuck?"
Well, actually, he does see it after he looks
like,
at it.
What the fuck are you doing, boyo? Hey, or what are you doing, lady? And you know,
because he's not pleading. He's just asking. He's not pleading to like come back. He's not pleading for. He's not.
He literally had an opportunity the day before.
It's opportunity, but he's not pleading for his life, so you don't feel bad for You don't really feel bad for him.
He needed to scream out, "I'm gonna fucking die" for you to get it. Are you serious?
Huh?
He needed to literally say
if he pleads please don't leave me out here. I don't want this. Please. He's just asking. He's only asking about the kids because he's only worried about them.
Yeah, it's almost like he's saying "take me back" without saying "take me back."
She's lying to him, so she doesn't have. She's lying to him about the kids, so she doesn't have to. So she doesn't have to have him worry about the kids.
God. Oh man, this is okay. Let's say, all right, Mark.
Are you gonna keep going with this? Okay, Jesus
all right,
Christ.
last one. All right, it's very fucking simple. All right,
no murder.
Here's the thing.
Right.
Let's say I said, all right, I want to see the Titanic, right? I always thought I wanted to see the Titanic. So you
go in this fucking submarine.
So you
go on a fucking submarine. Let's adventure.
No, but you
go on a Finding Nemo exploration submarine.
But you then choose the most risky submarine in all of America on purpose, which is the most dangerous thing you could do. So then I go into that submarine.
That's murder! Fucking idiot! I know. It's like. Fuck, you're not fucking explaining this, Get the fuck out of here.
You get the analogy.
No, it's a fucking analogy. Bullshit.
But at the end of the day, though, fuck her. But no, so. Yeah, look, alright, so they get him, which is cool.
Fuck yeah, at the end of the day, she's an endearing character. I still liked her. She's fun. Again,
all I'm saying is she's an endearing character between literally 10 minutes of scene. I literally don't understand.
By the end of the movie, too. Fuck.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what you don't get, is I'm saying she's endearing between the whole, through the movie, and, once Leo and her have the conversation, up until she literally drives him down to the Everglades, through, and then once you get to that point, not endearing. Then you get to the point where she's on the school bus, she's self-centered, does not care, blah blah blah. Yeah, she can have the little sob.
She's having a moment of victory.
Yeah, she can have the moment of the moment of victory in the sob face sometimes. Yeah, it's bullshit. Fuck you. It took a turtle on a fucking drone for you to fucking be aware enough as a person.
No, because that character at that moment, it's she's losing a little bit of trust with the audience, but she comes back around when she gets put on the spotlight.
A little bit of trust, and then you get, fuck you.
Huh?
A little bit of trust.
Yes, fuck you. Yeah, a little bit of trust. But she gets put on the spotlight from the drone and Squirtle on the drone.
Maybe this is why you didn't like Chicken Little. Now I realize it. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you mean how the fucking mass majority of people don't like Chicken Little?
What do you mean, fucking failed? A lot of people like Chicken Little.
Or okay, why did that movie get fucking critically panned for being mean-spirited?
Because it's too cool for school. That's
why I got fucking critically panned. That's why Disney doesn't like to recognize it, except for when they have to for their fucking 100 years of shit.
Hey, they showed him in the dumpster.
They showed everything.
Yeah, fuck her and move the fuck on.
No, not fuck her. She's a good character.
She's
also that debate.
She's a good. I'm not saying she's.
With that debate, it's I don't agree myself. Huh?
I'm not saying she's a bad character. I'm just saying in that.
No, she's an endearing character. Until there's just that little moment on the bus where it's you're questioning is she going to be irredeemable, and no, she comes back because when Squirrel puts him on the spotlight, she realizes she sees everyone as Leo, and she realizes, man, I miss him too. That was so wrong.
That was a weird fucking pick. That was a weird moment there.
It was weird looking. It was weird looking Adobe After Effects shit. But it was that's the moment we were supposed to see. No, she loves Leo too, and she realized she was wrong, and she's trying to do good by her mistake.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her on that.
That's why she's in there.
Good job, fuckface. You ruined it. Mark, we were almost on.
Do you like Homer Simpson? Because he fucked up everything in the Simpsons movie. Do you hate him?
He technically does. I mean,
is he still in?
No, I don't know.
He doesn't give a shit until his family's in trouble. He doesn't give a fuck.
No, he's an absolute shithole through most of that movie. But I like The Simpsons. I like the property. The difference.
I know about Homer Simpson himself. The
difference is this is an original IP. The other thing about Homer Simpson is you're attaching literally up to that point 15 years of nostalgia of that character before the fucking Simpsons movie, and then you have the Simpsons movie. So it would be hard for a lot of people to then say, oh yeah, he's a redeemable character, he's not a redeemable character, yada yada,
Yeah, but he's still redeemable though. I mean, I think I haven't before I saw the movie. I haven't watched The Simpsons.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
That was
So
a big Simpsons
so then you don't have a point to fucking say here. So yeah.
I do.
So
I'm saying she's even though she's redeemable. I was asking you, Final Number Sense redeemable. You brought up the history of The Simpsons, and it's like, oh, you watched The Simpsons back then?
The history of The Simpsons.
Yeah, you said you have a history with The Simpsons.
I didn't say I had a history with this. I said, well, yeah, I have it. No, up to the point of the movie, yes. I was like, I watched it, so it was hard to say he's irredeemable because you put so much on Homer. It's like Elmo. It's like if Elmo killed 12 people in a movie.
Murder again, goddamn!
Yeah, I'm just saying, what's the most irredeemable thing? It's like, okay, you murdered 12 people in the beginning of the movie, but then slowly you learn that he didn't actually. He had a reason, or he thought he had a reason he thought was right, and that reason is still wrong. It's still a terrible reason, but he still did it anyway. It's like, does that make him redeemable? It's like, no, he's still. But for a lot of audience members, it'd be tough because it's Elmo. It's a character that you've associated with, your childhood or nostalgia of moments for decades. So, it's a weird balance. That's what I'm saying. Like, this character, though, you just met her 5 minutes ago, in a movie. No, I don't fucking give a fuck. You are irredeemable. You fucked up with the main character that I know way longer than you. He was living his life just fine. He wants to see the kids. You took all the credit. You're a self-centered fuck. Yeah, I don't fucking give a fuck. Fuck you.
She wants that credit because, she doesn't have anything else. That's all she wants.
That's too bad. Fuck you. Oh, Dr. Bowden. Oh, poor kid. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, if the podcast is all I have, and then I stab 12 people, I keep going back to the
fuck out of here with that shit.
My brain is just only kicking into 12 people and murder. That's I don't know where I saw that, but probably Law and Order or something. Anyway, Leo's a good movie, guys. Go ahead and check it out. Mark, do you have any final thoughts on Leo?
Fuck you. Substitute teacher, best character in the whole movie, hands down. But no, this is a surprise hit. This is a great anime movie. This is probably Netflix's best, one of their best things this year. I don't know. Yeah, one of their top best things this year.
Nice.
It's definitely one of my favorite anime movies I've seen this year.
Cool. And
this is a fantastic watch. I recommend everyone to go see this movie.
Cool.
Especially for the substitute teacher. What a great character.
Yes. Sorry, had an interruption again. Yeah, this is an amazing movie. I very much enjoy it. I think it is.
That substitute teacher is better than all of Elementals.
Lies and slander, but it's better. She's better than all of Wish. I'll say that much. She has more definition.
Lies and slander. Okay,
now. The Wish movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and check it out. It's on Netflix today, and thanks for checking out Leo. Mark, Captain Laserhawk, you have a lot to say about that.
The terrorists, Dolph Laserhawk and Alex Taylor, are still on the run.
Whoa! Different clothes!
Crazy. Well,
it's my magic clap hands. It changes our clothes.
It does, and not too bad. I'd say so myself. What are you wearing exactly?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. It looked like you were wearing some Sam's Club shirt.
No, I was naked.
Well, I'm glad that the quick clap changed all that.
Yeah. I was naked the entire episode. Bryan, can you edit clothes on me in post?
Yeah, definitely.
Just edit clothes on me in post.
Yeah,
I just realized I was naked the whole time, and Bryan was like, "Should we just stop recording?" I'm like, "No, you can just edit clothes on me."
That's guaranteed.
Because you got magic CG skills.
The most magic CG skills. In fact, Pixar came to me and said, "You're too good for us, so keep doing your podcast."
I mean, what's changed right now is I'm wearing pants. I'm still shirtless, but Bryan can edit on a shirt later post production. Can you edit on a Capcom shirt? Have Phoenix Wright on this side, and I don't know, whatever character you want. Just
so what I ended up doing was I ended up getting an off-brand Yu-Gi-Oh character and then a couple of other squid-looking characters and put them together, and boom, I think I did pretty good.
Why are you wearing just a blank white T-shirt? Put a Spider-Man logo on that post-production.
I'll probably just put a shit stain on it, actually.
That does look like a fucking blue shit stain.
Yeah. Anyway.
Along on this bit.
Yeah. So, you saw something, and we're going to wrap up with this on this multi-part episode, split between 24 hours. You saw something, so tell us about what you saw, man.
Porn. But, Captain Laserhawk. The one of the new Netflix series that just came out, I think last month or this month. Oh wait, this is December. We exposed this last month. So there you go. This is like a Ubisoft crossover show. And it's an adult animation. It's directed by the same guy who directed the Castlevania series.
Ooh.
So this is like interesting. I'm not sure if it's by the same studio. It looks like it could be.
It does. Absolutely does.
But like this is not based on any specific Ubisoft property. Blood Dragon was a fun little like DLC for Far Cry 3.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it was just like a parody of like old cartoons and like action B movies of like the 80s and stuff, and it was just trying to get that vibe of like something cheesy and like something really badly written that would be badly written back then.
Absolutely.
On purpose.
Thrilling, 80s, awesome, whoa,
like
neon lights.
I mean, it's not much of a franchise, but like it does have a continuation in the form of like...
Wasn't it Trials or something?
Yep, and Trials of Blood Dragon.
Right.
So it was Trials of Blood Dragon was also like part of the Blood Dragon lore.
Yeah.
And Blood Dragon also gets referenced sometimes in the other Far Cry DLC. There was another Blood Dragon thing, but it was fun for them. I'm not sure how this show came to be. I couldn't find much on my research. But like, it's mainly like a crossover, like a Ubisoft crossover show. And it doesn't really have much to do with like the like other Blood Dragon, like the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon DLC.
Is this so? When you mean a crossover show, is this kind of like a Ready Player One situation where you have a main character that ends up interacting with these different franchises, or how does that go? They're not. It's not like a universe collision. Like they're all from this world or from this society. Yeah. This is just like universe versions that just coexist in this one dimension. Like, what is a good example? Now I can't think of one right now, but like, it's just like they just have their own version of like Rayman or own version of like whoever from the Ubisoft shows, and they're not from a different universe or anything. It's not like a crossover. Like, I'm from this world and you're from that world. No, it's just like they're from the same world. Hmm. Okay. And it's like it's like normal to them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You have like different
interacting.
Yeah. So it's a cool crossover. It's
like a
these
Wreck-It Ralph type thing.
Huh?
Like a Wreck-It Ralph kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like
this
what
is like
a corollary.
Oh yeah, like the Wreck-It Ralph hallway. Like they're all from that.
Okay.
This is like their version of like of these characters. They're all used to this world.
Oh, that's cool.
And like, and these also have to be different versions of these characters because a lot of these characters come from like E for Everyone games or E10 and up or by the very least rated T. And this is a very heavy adult show, like gory as like fuck, and it doesn't hold back. Like there's gore, there's swearing, you see penises. Like this is an adult animation. Like this is an adult ass animation. Awesome. What's really cool is Rayman's in it, and they don't hold back. Rayman just says the word fuck. Boom. He says multiple swear words.
That's awesome.
And he has a big role in this show because like massive respect for getting them for letting them write. Cause I thought when I heard Rayman was going to be in it, I thought it was going to be a cameo, a wink and a nod, like hey, we know you Rayman fans exist. There you go. Because a lot of like Easter egg shit does that. But no, he's actually one of the main side characters in this show.
Yeah, very much better than what they did with him in Spark of Hope. Wasn't Spark of was it? Didn't he have a small, very minor thing in Spark of Hope DLC?
No, the Spark of Hope DLC is all about him.
I see.
He's a big part of that DLC.
So that's two instances now.
He's just in a DLC. Like they pay attention to him in some aspects when they can. Like he was like a big newcomer in Brawlhalla when he came to there. Yeah. And then we got the DLC for Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and we got Captain Laserhawk. Like they stopped the making the Rayman Origins games a while ago because the person who was head of that left, so they're not making any more of those ever, sadly.
Wasn't he the guy that also did Beyond Good and Evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had some serious something happened over there at Ubisoft, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah, the official statement is he retired, but some people are doing some digging. There's some kind of something... there's some other allegation-worthy stuff going on in the background that probably has to do with his departure.
Yeah, I do appreciate though that Ubisoft is finally taking a character like Rayman and other characters and finally just giving them more prominence when we obviously, for you specifically, you've been waiting for more than half a decade for like, hey, can we get, if not more than a decade now, coming up on Legends 10-year anniversary, for something else beyond that where they can finally implement him greater.
Yeah, I mean, it's already cool. I mean, because they have been remembering he exists with like, I mean, he like I said, Brawlhalla. He has a freaking.
Oh my god! What the fuck happened there? Lucius, what the fuck?
Cat's messing with shit.
God.
He has a cameo in Brawlhalla. He has a spirit in Smash Ultimate.
What the fuck are you doing?
Is he back there?
Yeah. You fucking made your plastic stack thing collapse. It's like
everything good back there.
Everything's good. He's just fucking sitting there. You go. Stop fucking jumping around. God, you're an asshole. Just sit still.
Alright, I need to start from that sentence.
Sorry, my bad. Well, not my bad. Cat bad.
Right. Well, they have been recognizing him before. Like he has his appearance in Brawlhalla. He has a spirit in Smash Ultimate. It's just more of like my thing is I kind of want another Rayman Origins or Rayman Legends type game. Origins. Fuck. Yeah. Rayman Origins is probably my favorite 2D platformer ever. or could be second favorite because I don't know. Mario Wonder is like
it's alright. It's got your heart right now.
It's almost getting there, man. Yeah. I haven't beat Mario Wonder yet, so that's why I can't say. But like, I'm maybe my love for Rayman Legends might hold it over.
Right.
Like, but yeah, But the point is, Rayman Origins. It's just like probably like one of the best 2D platforms ever, and I wish they would make another one of that. But they probably won't.
Yep, it's one of those things where that franchise just paused, So.
I mean, I don't really care for the other Rayman games. They're okay, except for the very first one. The very first one to PlayStation and go fuck itself.
It's also just age, right? I mean, is that also a contingent there? Like, it's just old, or is there...
No, the first one just doesn't feel good, and it's brutal.
I see.
That's why I just said it can go fuck itself.
So
2 is fun. 2 and 3 are fun.
Right, so 2 and 3, was that PS2 era at that point?
It was on PS1. There was a PS1 version, there's a PS2 version, there's a Dreamcast version, Game Boy version. By the way, all those versions have their own differences to them.
Interesting.
Some very weird differences to them. Like one has like an open world hub world, I think.
What?
And one has like a map type hub world. And these are console versions I'm talking about.
Wow. That's quite a variation.
PS2 one is different from the PS1 one.
Yeah.
There's a DS remake of Rayman 2. DS port of Rayman 2. And then there's a 3DS port of Rayman 2.
I love when you had, at the past, obviously not as much now, these wide releases where they really had to specifically cater to every single console's strength. And, it gave us many different styles of games. Obviously this is StreamBlast, but just rather briefly, like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. We played that with Bryan Phillips, or Bacon, sorry. We played that with Bacon on I believe it was the GameCube, and it's noticeably different. It is a noticeably different game and experience compared to the PS2 version, and those two power level are not that far off. It's just like the way that it's completely designed, the UI, everything completely different.
It's interesting. Like my favorite best cases like Sonic Unleashed for the Wii and Sonic Unleashed for the 360/PS3.
Yeah.
There's the Force Awakens for the Wii. And then the Force Awakens for the PS3/360. Like, those are completely different games. I love when there's, like, different versions of different games.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, the most modern example of that we have now is GTA 5 for 360, PS3, and GTA 5 for everything else.
4 generations or 3 generations of GTA 5.
Because GTA 5 on
PS5.
PS3 and 360 is like, it's like the fucking demo. And fucking GTA 5 on everything else is like the full version.
Yeah. It's crazy how fucking wide that is. But Laserhawk, though, it just utilizes properties really good, does a great job.
Yeah, they all have their own roles. So Rayman is like a newscaster. And it's like some of the other characters are part of like a Suicide Squad. There's also like non-Ubisoft characters in there. Like there's just like 2 wrestlers that make cameo appearances in the show. Like real world wrestlers.
Yeah.
And like you just and you have like other inspired like characters that are original but they're just inspired by other stuff. Like you have like this world's version of Power Rangers, or if you want to get like use a Japanese just use a basic Japanese genre of what Power Rangers come from, the Sentai Warriors. And like it's just a bunch of stuff. So like I have a list of characters like who are in this. There's Marcus Holloway from Watch Dogs 2. There's Jade and Paja. Paya, whatever how you pronounce that. The fans of that know how to pronounce it. Paya?
Well, what's the French?
It's Pey apostrophe J.
But what is it from?
Jade and Pei are from Beyond Good and Evil. And you got Pagan Min from Far Cry 4. Alex Taylor from the Taylor from The Crew. And Rayman.
Yeah, I could give a fuck about.
And you have like the main character, the main guy from Splinter Cell, the one with those like 3 like Glens.
Yeah,
like, he's in that too.
I know there's a huge fan base of that Tom Clancy era that definitely loves any reference.
And there's plenty of other side references to like other stuff. Like you got references to like other Ubisoft properties.
That's awesome.
Like there's the frog character is a huge Assassin's Creed reference. There's you get like a Just Dance reference in there. You get Rabbids reference in there. This is like Ubisoft fanfare, and like you even get references to shit that's not Ubisoft. Like I mentioned before, like there's a reference to like the first Metal Gear game. Not Metal Gear Solid, the first Metal Gear.
Metal Gear, yeah.
Yeah, this is somebody's online fan fiction that they just like got the budget to animate.
But it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes for right now.
Ooh.
And it definitely leaves out a cliffhanger, and like it is unpredictable. Like at a certain point, I think early in either episode 1 or episode 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, okay, this is just Suicide Squad, and then it like shit gets real beyond that, and I'm like, okay, then shit gets real beyond that. I'm like, what? And then shit gets real beyond that. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like shit like. The universe keeps breaking itself every episode, and it's interesting. And it's interesting the like where it goes.
How many levels they keep stacking on this shit, while still having it be a story that you can follow without it bursting at the seams. There, that's good.
I'm like by the time I finished with the first 6 episodes because they hint that there's more to come. I'm like, like the story seems like it could like. It's kind of bleak. There seems like it's like can just end here. How the fuck are they gonna? How the fuck are you gonna have like like a solution to this issue? Like what the fuck is gonna? Like this story is it goes from like you think it's predictable, like you can see how the setup can go, and then it's like it goes extremely unpredictable. Like I don't know what the fuck is going to happen next.
Right.
I can't imagine what they're going to do from fucking for the next batch of episodes.
6 of however many episodes.
Yes.
Whenever they drop. That's cool though. That tells you how good of a journey this is so far.
This is even if you don't know that much Ubisoft shit, you'll still enjoy it. You'll still enjoy the show outside of its references.
Yeah.
Because even there were some references that flew over my head that I found out later. I'm like, oh. Like because it's just the Ubisoft references are non-stop, but they're not abrupt. It's fitting, unlike a certain Disney movie we watched.
I think the best video game movies or TV shows or references help that
reference house, we can call them.
You're right. Help, kind of like the Mario movie, boost the interest of the franchise that they reference. For instance, like Mario Kart 8 sold like hotcakes after the release of the Mario movie, and all of the Mario stuff apparently had a massive boost right after that Mario movie because it got people into this mindset of, oh snap, yeah, I might as well play a little bit of Mario. This really got me back into this idea to jump into a world of Mario there, or any Nintendo property. So like when you talk about that, or even like Sonic for instance, it's like Laserhawk here, like bringing a bunch of things into the table, like just brewing all of it together and doing it well is only going to make people sort of ask questions about certain franchises. Like I hope people see Pagan Min from Far Cry 4 and they say, "Fuck it, I'm definitely going to try that too." Like,
that's a great. More people into Beyond Good and Evil.
That is a great game. Like Far Cry 4 is fantastic. The map is amazing. The ideas that they bring to the table are awesome. People like Far Cry 3 more, but I love Far Cry 4.
It also shows like Ubisoft is just like, they're daring. They're willing to just like let their IP, like these are, because like I know they make some mature games, but not all these IPs are like are rated M for mature. Like they're just like letting like Jade and Rayman be a part of this gruesome world and just like be a part of the fucking gruesome violence. And it's just like, if this was a Nintendo, if this was like Nintendo Blood Dragon Remixes show, they would have none of this shit.
Of course not.
Sega probably wouldn't even do this.
I mean,
like,
they wouldn't even call it Blood Dragon, would it? No.
Like even Sega probably wouldn't even do this with Sonic. Like if there was like a crossover Sega show, and like you add Sonic in there, you can't have gore and shit in there. No.
The furthest they'll go is what they did with Shadow, and that was just of the time. Never again.
Well, even then, they had to like cover the tracks. There was like, it was not gory. There was no blood.
Right.
Sonic was like not bloody or killed. He was just defeated. But even Sonic, even like they had to have a line of dialogue in that game where Shadow picks up a weapon. If you pick up a weapon in front of Sonic, Sonic has to do a line say, "You'll never catch me picking up one of those."
Man, that's crazy. I think that sort of wraps up Laserhawk. Unless you have any other thoughts.
Oh yeah, you should watch this.
Oh no, I mean, this is a great pitch meeting. This is like a throw me why I should watch Laserhawk, and you just sold me on why I should watch it.
Like we'll come back to this when the next batch of episodes drop. I don't know when that. It's probably gonna be sometime next year, because Netflix, they always order a bunch of episodes.
And then
they'll get the first batch that's ready.
That's right.
And then have the second batch or third batch or whatever on the later dates, because they're doing that with Sonic Prime right now.
That was quite a wait. That was.
Did that with Cuphead? Because of all their anime shit.
That was quite a wait for that one. 8 months, 9 months for that shit. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was kind of the same for Cuphead.
I know. I get it, but it's like, man, you could have it didn't have to be almost a whole year for the next.
Did you try watching any Cuphead?
When it came out, that's so long ago now. I couldn't.
Did you like it?
I thought it was fine. I just kind of
nice cartoon.
Rolled off it after a little bit. Yeah. All right.
It's not amazing, but like it's fun, especially what it does with the old stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about Cuphead right now, real quick, because that's already passed. We can't talk about it.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah.
No, it was special. The hype was real when it was announced, and yeah. So. All right, I think that wraps up StreamBlast for this episode. That was definitely not filmed within 24 hours. Guys, of course, you can find me at Democracy.
I mean, it wasn't. We kind of finished that like we're still within the 24 hours.
We are. So you can find me, of course, at Democracy. That's ATHEMOCRACY.com or YouTube.com/@Democracy. You can find me at Bryan the Baltimorean on Instagram, all one word. You can find me, of course, right here on ScreenBlast, the ScreenBlastPodcast.com or ScreenBlast Society on YouTube. Mark doesn't like marketing because he doesn't want this thing to make money. So you can find him nowhere.
At K9 Biscuits! That's K9 BISKUTS! Go to my channel! Me! I'm the star of the show! Me!
You don't forget, you do still have the handle of youtube.com/K9.
Oh, yeah.
You bitch. Yeah, snore on that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more.
Logging out, everybody!